Shadow Shotgun 518. Wacht even. East. Hoppakee. Ik heb een tactical shotgun. Dat is een long gun. Een long gun. Kijk eens inside the light. Oh, die vinden we dadelijk nog wel eentje. Wacht. Jij jouw oude terug. Pak ik die. Doen we die breakdown zo. In ieder geval iets betere shotgun. Dan nu.
I got 500 bits on the Darlings taking the finals this year.
Ugh. If I had to look at those yellow walls all day, I'd make a point to sleep on the roof.
Dat kan natuurlijk ook. Dat is terug. De distress. Nee. Zo, terug naar Anton. Dat is goed, dus 2 kwasten inleveren.
Damn right we left the lab. What's left there that's worth dying for?
You let them get away. That no-account fool Porter and his crew are even more worthless than I could have imagined. They've a... My research? That's... Did you find my colleague, Jameson? Jameson. I didn't do right by him, did I? Only cared about how he helped or hurt my research.
Just want to care about the black marks of paperwork.
Of course they do. Please don't mistake my ambition for Calic. It's just that their constant complaint.
Oh.
Believe what you will.
Zo. Dus hebben we allebei de kasten ingeleverd. Ja. Oh wacht, die moeten we gaan leveren. Wacht, als we dan hier meteen de 10 induwen. Kijk, dan staan ze weer gelijk. Aha! Oh, we hebben ook allebei een skill op eindelijk. Nou, doe maar wees held. Dan leef je wat langer, misschien, hopelijk. Science weapon damage, ja, dat kan. Een hack. Zo.
Ah, yes. What a Anton would have just given them to Porter without a second thought. What a waste of potential that would have been. All the more reason I need to keep my discretion discreet. Now, if you wouldn't mind returning them to me. Sadly true. Contraband does tend to fetch a high price among the colony's ne'er-do-wells. So be it. I'll buy them off of you.
Oh.
Much obliged. Here are your bids. Now, let's see here. Attach this, twist that, apply a little pressure, and voila! I can finally call this little side project complete. Thank the law. Oh. I can't be caught with this. You take it. If R&D buys the schematics from me, perhaps I'll get you the first model, hot off the presses.
Oh.
I'll, call you? Yes, I'll call you.
Plus 9.000, plus 12.000. Oh, damn. Ultimatum Force. Handgun. 220. In de Septerra system. Ah. Dat is een pristine. Zo doet mijn wapens volgens mij wel meer dan 220 damage ondertussen. Wow. Even bewaren. Dan hebben we als het goed is alles klaar hier. Check. Oké, dus ook terug op de dingen. Stel AP. Oh ja, Sam. Laten we die aanzetten voor nu. Op Mona. Laten we gewoon lopen. Voor hetzelfde geld krijgen we nog, komen nog iemand tegen. Dat al een paar keer gehad.
Employee, you have been fined an additional 200 bits for commerce obstruction. Please collect your ticket.
Wacht, even kijken of we wat opruiming moeten doen. 80, gok het niet echt. Force burn duration plus 30. Die hoef ik niet. Zie niks en niemand, dan gaan we terug naar binnen.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? May luck be...
Meer hoeven praten met Anna. We gaan eerst naar Sam.
Initiating initialization sequences. Greetings, customer! This SAM unit is unable to locate your registered information. Would you like to register your SAM?
Oh.
Registering new owner. Captain. SAM units live to clean and clean to live.
Felix, your apps are surely not gonna believe this. Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by... Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and Sure do. Some of it...
Even legal, wow.
What gave it away? Gotta advertise your business. I've done... Glad to hear... No complaints here. You think I could hire myself out to ships in need someday? Be my own mechanic, like how Ellie's her own doctor? I wonder sometimes.
Why not?
Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say.
Wow.
You should try talking to him. You'll see. He's a hoot.
Wow.
Good to see you, boss.
Scanning for C2547. Grade rated. Thank you, customer. This area is off. All SAM units travel fully assembled in a 12x12 corrugated steel box. Did you know SAM...
Oh. Moet een Mac pistol van 220 hebben. Felix heeft een 217 grenade launcher. Kan ik hem eigenlijk wel geven. Zo. Oh, heb ik Sam hier niet bij staan. Nog. Oké. Kan niet.
Oh my gosh, Felix, you got to hear this. You remember that spin-off series about...
Oh. We zijn nou toch een beetje hier in de buurt, hè? Kan ik net zo goed even naar... eerst naar de Crownbreaker gaan. Dan kunnen we al wat dingen... weer wat questjes oplossen. Zo gezegd.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Even kijken. Dus naar Grandes. Oh, Wanda.
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return.
Zoiets.
I can't thank you enough.
En dan zit hier.
Have you had a moment to look? You don't hurry up. Someone... What's that? What'd you turn up? Well, that's just swell. A shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. That would have fetched a good... If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be... Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime. Want a charming copper...
Even kijken, heb je wel zo'n pistool met 314? Even kijken, als het goed is, zijn die dan ook weer compleet? Ja. Dus dat is Monarch, dat is Monarch. Dat is Valbroek. Dat is ook Monarch, oké. Dus als we dan deze doen aan Valbroek.
Rizzo's purple berry.
Dan zien we daar allebei maar één questje hebben. Dan kunnen we daarna verder met de sidequest en de main quest op Monarch. Denk ik wel dat een goed idee is. Oh, dat is ook op Monarch. Oh, dan gaan we eerst even die kijken. Dat is in deze hoek. Maar kan natuurlijk dat er 2 landingsplaatsen zijn daar.
Do return in one piece, Captain.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
Great work.
Dun 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 dun.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Ah, you're all...
Da, 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 da.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know.
Uh-huh.
Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Not at all Oh, it's not you. Regardless, it's... No, and I've been trying that.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire Oh, fine. As long as you're vouch. For what it's worth, I am pleased that I picked you out of the hope for your talents after all. It's only... Yes, indeed. Well... What's on... The cysty pigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious.
Ligt van alles hier. Hop op melted pig, oké.
Careful, that's my communications terminal. Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray.
Oh.
Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Meer hebben we hier niet op het moment.
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?
Waarom niet? Ik wil dat ik buiten Add to Junk ook een detective dingetje neer kan zetten. Even kijken. Search for clues. Black Market Vendors on Kraanbeek en Valbroek. Hè? Of Valbroek, ja. Stella Bay. Cascadia. Wat wij niet tokkelen. Alles zit daar. En dan gaan we daar maar in, hè. Op naar Stella Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Oh, er staat wel iemand te wachten.
Hey, hold on there. I don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
That is correct.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code.
Goed.
I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
Sure.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar.
Oké. Nou ja, dat kunnen we wel doen, hè. Dat zou me niet stelen, want dan hebben we meteen ruzie met de kaart die me verwelkomd heeft. Oh. Heavy is allemaal heavy. Maar wel... heel erg dikke heavy. Zo, ik kan meteen op 4K zetten. Kijk, dan komt hij op 51 terecht. Ja, het ziet er toch schoon uit. Ja, ook heavy gegeven. Goed, dan kopen we er nog eentje. Mis wel de tech skills natuurlijk. Ik heb een medium, hè? Ja. Ik denk dat ik daar ook beter moet gaan zien te fixen. Skills, dialogue skills, sneak. Ah, dat is Nayoka. If you notice, there were four of them. The rap was this big. Took down it with one shot. Buy me a drink. Okay. Medium range weapon skill plus 5. Die 17 long guns. Oh, daar zit ook ranged weapons 5 op.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger. Enjoy.
Thank you.
If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
Was ook niet echt speciaal zo te zien.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Who are you?
If you think this is drunk, I gotta... you need to get out more. Sit. Partake. Buy me a drink and let's chat. Outstanding. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
Yes.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways.
Okay. Oh, mag niet.
I know they make...
Oei, oei. Oh, jezus.
You trying to get us all in trouble?
Wow.
What do you think you're... I don't have time for this.
Doen hun die deur weer open. Hey, Caleb.
New face, huh? You from Offworld? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares.
Aw.
Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
Striking? Okay.
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch. We're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay. I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands. You would do that?
Nah.
Sure thing. Not forever.
Oh.
Why don't you go? Sure thing.
Die wil ik.
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. The others wanted to blackmail. I would never endure. So far.
Oh, waar alweer level up. Oh, mijn laai. Ik kan hem nou wel even omhoog gooien. Hoef ik nog niet direct.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Non? Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Okay.
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
Oh.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. I couldn't. What? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet. Plus, he's got great legs.
Okay.
You think that's what I'm looking for? Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up.
Huh, okay.
Sorry, sometimes
Well, new business turns up at last.
Wow, waarschijnlijk niet.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore, and I only hope you don't judge me by my hand. Now. Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, but if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for salt tuna.
Correct.
Oh, a shame.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional, erotic, and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
Okay, dan doe je het best
We
goed.
kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mr. Vicar, I don't want to be rude, but I don't think that means anything.
Jawel.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Okay.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Okay.
An ordnance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
Of course he wants to fight bureaucracy with paperwork. I should have known.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you just crawled out from under a rock. Forms and procedures are everything in Halcyon. And this one is located in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with
Oh, gezellig.
Do be careful. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some...
Okay.
What can I do Then it's good that... I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1. Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward.
Ja, precies.
After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out. Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
Okay.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Ms. Holcomb is our endlessly optimistic crew hand. It's good for the captain's morale.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy.
Precies.
Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
Ah.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Okay.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Ja, precies.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
Yeah.
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Uh-huh.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be... My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it...
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessment.
Precies.
Yes, making all of MSI... He and his followers called...
I will admit, I am keen to meet their leader.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Graham has a habit of ruining everything, and everyone around him. It isn't just that they drain every radical act. He's like...
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around...
Whoa.
What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes... What else can I do?
Oeh, 36, maar dat is alleen een heavy. We zijn daar vanaf gekomen. Oh, hier zijn we ook al geweest, die had klok. Oh, we zijn daar vanaf gekomen. Oh. Oh, wacht, het is... Ja, die die twee aan het staken zijn.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Oh.
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. I would if I weren't busy here picking up his slack. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind? Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat.
Okay.
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent neither.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Okay.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on. Same thing as me. Where's your proof? Because I know no one's been poking around my terminal lately.
Are you absolutely sure of that, Ms. Ballard?
Just as a hypothetical. Nothing to see on my terminal, of course. Because I've done nothing wrong.
That's vers 2.
Fine by me. Stealing's such a nap. And yeah, we're not like those corporates. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get this all tune-up. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar.
We gaan eerst even kijken of we boven kunnen komen of zo voor die toren. Oh. We kunnen boven komen.
Oh, you got that?
Hoppakee. Oh, heb ik de poster gevonden.
I'd give you a friend.
Gosh,
Hey. Oh. Anyway. If Caleb wants... Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show?
Ironic, isn't it?
I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another. Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your...
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
Even kijken, die zat...
I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Hier boven op het dak? Nee. Oh, dan zou jij eens anders. Even terug. Hier zaten die boven. Oh wacht, zijn huis bij de diner. Ook wel even vlug doen.
Rap Musk. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a rap? You look like... Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how... I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested. Wait, I see what's going on.
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right?
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Waar was de diner? Ball betting.